Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that frankly should be discussed a lot more than it is: poverty. And look, I get it, no one wants to think about it, it's depressing, it's complex, and honestly, it can make you feel a bit itchy just thinking about it. But the fact is, millions upon millions of people around the world are stuck in a cycle of poverty that can feel damn near impossible to escape. So today we're going to do what we do best here: shine a big, uncomfortable spotlight on the elephant in the room. We're going to unpack this issue, peel back the layers, and uncover some of the shocking reasons why poverty persists. Oh, and buckle up, because it's not always going to be pretty. Let's start with the obvious, shall we? Education, or rather, the lack of it. It's a bit of a no-brainer that a good education can be a one-way ticket out of poverty. A decent education opens doors, creates opportunities, and basically gives you the tools you need to build a better life. But here's the kicker. For millions of people around the world, access to quality education is about as rare as a unicorn riding a roller coaster while juggling chainsaws. We're talking limited access to schools, underfunded classrooms, and a severe lack of resources. It's a vicious cycle, really. Poverty limits access to education, and guess what? Lack of education perpetuates poverty. Shocking, isn't it? Now, let's talk about a term that gets thrown around a lot these days: systemic inequality. And let's be clear, this isn't some liberal buzzword, all right? This is the reality for countless people living in poverty. We're talking about a system that's often stacked against them from the get-go. Think about it. Discrimination based on race, gender, or even where you happen to be born can make it incredibly difficult to climb the economic ladder. It's like trying to win a game where the rules are constantly being rewritten to benefit the other players. It's enough to make you want to scream into the void, which, let's be honest, I do on a fairly regular basis. All right, let's move on to another joyous topic, shall we? Healthcare. Now, I know what you're thinking, John, what the hell does healthcare have to do with poverty? Well, my friend, let me tell you, it has everything to do with it. Imagine for a second that you get sick, like really sick. You can't work, the medical bills pile up, and suddenly you're spiraling deeper and deeper into debt. This, my friends, is the harsh reality for millions of people who lack access to affordable healthcare. A single illness can wipe out an entire family's savings, pushing them further into poverty. It's a cruel irony, isn't it? Being poor can make you sick, and being sick can make you poorer. Now, let's talk about something that affects us all, but hits the poor the hardest: economic instability. We've all seen those graphs, right? The ones that look like a roller coaster designed by a sadist. One minute the economy's booming, the next it's crashing and burning faster than a reality TV show marriage. And when the economy takes a nosedive, guess who gets hit the hardest? You guessed it, the people who were already struggling to stay afloat. Job losses, inflation, the whole shebang. It can be absolutely devastating. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of quicksand. You're not setting yourself up for success, are you? Okay, now for a slightly more nuanced aspect of this whole poverty thing, financial mismanagement. Look, I'm not here to judge anyone's spending habits. God knows I've made some questionable purchases in my time. That stuffed badger wasn't strictly necessary, was it? But the reality is, poor financial literacy and irresponsible spending can contribute to a cycle of debt that's incredibly difficult to break free from. Think about it. Payday loans with sky-high interest rates, racking up credit card debt, not budgeting, these are all things that can trap people in a financial hole. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Not exactly a recipe for success, is it? So, there you have it, a not-so-fun glimpse into the complex reality of poverty. We've covered a lot of ground today, and frankly, it's pretty damn depressing. But here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. We can break this cycle by understanding the root causes of poverty, by having these uncomfortable conversations, and by demanding change from our leaders. We can create a more just and equitable world for everyone. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let's work together to raise awareness and fight poverty.